Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Melina's looking pretty today, darlings. Melina's looking pretty today. It's funny though, I see these videos, you see these videos of people that are like major stars, and they're talking about people criticizing them, and you're like, okay, like obviously you're so good, like why would that even be something you're gonna say? Like, I think Trisha Paytas, I mean, she's famous. I still don't know how she got famous, because she's not that good, in my opinion, but she's pretty, I mean, she's pretty, she looks good. But I don't find her, and she does sing, she does dance, she does kind of lots of stuff, but I don't find her that good, really. Uh, but, I mean, I can see why she's famous. She's pretty enough, and she looks good, and she's got a spark to her. But she's always talking about negative things that are happening to her, and well, why would I mean, like, it's not a big deal. Like, she's very inspiring. People see that, they watch it. They watch her because they like her and they want to. They're like, how could somebody say those things to you? You're Trisha Paytas. I guess she's called Little Sundoll or something. I forget what her nickname is, but she's Little Sundoll or something or whatever. I think her name is Trisha Paytas. But she's talking about all these people doing all these things to her, and the last thing that she had dealt with was her boyfriend. I think it was her husband, the guy she was gonna marry, her ex or whatever, and he was very much like not easy to deal with, and he didn't go out with her. I guess he broke up with her, whatever, and he made some comments about her, and that's obviously very hurtful. You don't want your ex partner to say stuff, but a lot of people wouldn't kiss and tell. With your partner, you keep it private. You don't want everyone in the world to know your business. But of course, he mentioned something, but still, that's because he mentioned something doesn't mean she has to. But I don't know. I just find. I mean, and people are on her side, of course. Um, I don't know. I just think it's sad that anybody would say anything about anyone. Like, I just don't get it. 1 second, guys. But like, I mean, it's one thing to say someone is not good to you, because there are some people that I don't think are good. But they're famous, and I can see how they'd be famous. Like Trisha Paytas, I don't think she's that good, but I can see why she's famous. She's got beautiful eyes. She looks great. She fits a certain demographic that's not as popular, so she's going to be one of the prettiest ones in that demographic. So I can see why she's famous. So when I asked the person that I was talking to that mentioned that I wasn't going to be famous, they thought I was no good. I asked her straight out. I said, "Do you think I'm going to be famous?" And then she's like, "No, I don't think so." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, even if you don't think someone's good, you can recognize they're going to be famous. Like, even like my dad, you can find him on YouTube. He's on there as in Pond Live 84 Years Young. I never really liked his style of music, but I can see how someone as gorgeous as him and as talented as him in his genre, I don't listen to people that play I don't listen to the accordion very much. Like, I just don't like it, but I know how people would like him and how he could be famous. I know he could be famous because he's passed away and I miss him very much, but his video is up on YouTube still, and I know he could be famous easily. I know he can because there are enough people that like his genre and his style, and he looks so good that he could be famous. No problem. There would be no issue with that. I don't like his style of music. That doesn't mean I'm going to say he's never going to be famous. I know he could be famous easily because he looks so much better than every other 84-year-old, and better than everybody. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell when someone's going to be famous, and it may not necessarily be that you like it. There's some people that I think shouldn't be famous, but I know I can. I mean, but it's only because I don't like them, but I think they're good. And I know they deserve their fame. So it's like when you gave that person, when I gave that person an opportunity to say, "Do you think I'm gonna be famous?" And she's like, "No." I'm like, "What? You don't think I'm gonna be famous? Like, are you kidding? Like, look at how good my videos are. I do so much." At 32,000 videos, I mean, I can't believe it. I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, guys, if you're in the same boat and you know exactly how I feel, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, okay, and this person, like I said, they're not doing well. What am I gonna do? Say something mean? I can't. I would never say something mean to someone that's not doing well. But I'm just like, calm down with your comments because they're not true, obviously. Anyway, guys, totally enjoy the show, darlings. Click that subscribe.